What's up, Golds Nation? My name's Karina Listenby, and welcome to our second ever Facebook Live event. We are coming at you right now from Austin, Texas, at the brand new Gold's Gym facility. And when they say that everything is bigger in Texas, well, they really mean it. It doesn't matter what level of fitness you are, Gold's Gym is for absolutely everyone. So I train at the Mecca in California, and that's the original Gold's Gym. This is the most brand new one, and let me tell you, it's amazing that they can maintain that energy and community, mix that old school feel with all the new equipment. It's really, really a treat. So right now, we're headed over to the Gold's Gym Burn Studio, where we're gonna show you the My Gold's Gym Focus, which is high intensity interval training. Now, I love HIIT training for two reasons. One, it's super time efficient, so you get it done in a short amount of time, you get the biggest bang for your buck. And two, if you're like me and you like to eat, last night we went out and we had ribs, macaroni, donuts, did all the Texas things. There's a little thing called the afterburn effect. So even hours after you work out, you're still gonna be burning those calories, which is great news for me after I ate those ribs and donuts. So I've got a special guest with me today. His name is Sean. Hi, Sean. Can you tell me a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, I'm the senior content strategist for Onnit.com and a contributing editor to Men's Fitness Magazine.
And can you tell us a little bit why HIIT training is such a buzzword and everybody's raving about it right now?
Yeah, HIIT, or H-I-I-T, high intensity interval training, is very simply alternating bouts of very hard work, very high intensity, with lighter work bouts or rest. So it's very similar to weight training. You want to have a work to rest ratio of about 1-to-1 or 1-to-2, but just make up your own workouts and have fun. The idea is just hit it hard, then hit it soft, and repeat. And now there's a lot of good benefits to this kind of training. For one thing, I think you mentioned afterburn, is that you're going to burn more calories, up to 15% more apparently, some studies show, after the workout than you did in the workout itself, just from doing those high intensity intervals. It revs your metabolism up that much. And then on top of that, the journal Cell Metabolism just came out with a great study that showed that people who do HIIT training, they look younger on the cellular level than people who don't do that kind of training. So noted. I know you're very happy to know that it has great anti-aging properties as well.
Noted. Another amazing thing about HIIT training is you're going to get that instant endorphin rush. So that's my favorite reason why this is one of my favorites. Thank you, Sean. You're going to get that instant endorphin rush. It's an instant mood enhancer. So I'm going to take you guys over to the treadmill where I'm going to walk you through, or run you through, my favorite type of sprint workout. Super time efficient. It's a full body workout. So many great benefits. And I know a lot of people dread cardio, but with this style of training, you're not even going to know it's happened because it's going to go by so fast. So, really quickly, first thing you want to do, you want to warm up for about 2 minutes. So really just a nice, moderate walk. The idea is that you just get your heart rate pumping, get that muscle flowing, get the blood flowing to your muscles. So I'm a little bit warm already. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to kick it up a notch and sprint as fast as you can. So this is going to differ between person to person based on your fitness level. You want to make sure that you can maintain whatever speed you're working at for 30 to 60 seconds. So, here we go. I'm going to go on a 12 speed because I do not want to disappoint my old coaches. Here we go, coming at you live right now. One thing about form, you want to make sure that you're striking balls of your feet. Hang on. I'm not going to make you watch me run for 60 seconds. But you can see I'm starting to get out of breath. That's how you know you're doing it right. You really want to get that heart rate up. As I was saying, about form, you want to make sure that you're striking balls of your feet to prevent shin splints, knee injuries. Form is really, really important. Okay, so I'm catching my breath. And after that, you're going to kick it back up again. So catch your breath 30 to 60 seconds, and then go into your second interval. Right back up at that high speed. Here we go, 12, coming at you live. Hit the thumbs up for me. know what? It feels great to move. Truly. It really does. The amazing thing about sprint workout for me is it's truly a full body workout. So as you can see, I'm pumping my arms, really working that delt. The core is engaged. Every time I kick up, working that hamstring, quads, calves. It's literally the best full body workout you can do. So time efficient, keeps you lean. So if you're a little bit scared of the treadmill, you don't like running, you have some knee injuries, you can take the same style of training technique to a lower impact machine, like a bike, like a rowing machine. Apply the same technique. Go really, really hard, 30 to 60 seconds, recover, catch your breath, and then repeat that 5 times. I'm not gonna watch you guys, make you watch me do it 5 times, but that's pretty much it. It's amazing, amazing, amazing workout. Instantly feel good. So if you don't wanna do a cardio machine, another type of training technique that you can do with high intensity interval training is a weight workout. So Sean's gonna show you some kettlebell workouts and also with dumbbells. Sean, take it over.
Yeah, guys, we call this workout cardio for guys who hate cardio. So if you're an old school Gold's Gym guy, you really like lifting weights, but you hate getting on the treadmill, this kind of thing is for you. All you need is a kettlebell, and you pick a light weight. You're going to do 2 exercises and alternate it back and forth. So Carlisle's going to demonstrate first the one-arm snatch. He's going to hike the kettlebell back between his hips, and then power it up overhead. And you want your hips to lock out around the same time that your arm does, so the kettlebell swings over to the back of your forearm smoothly. This is a great total body exercise, but the power really comes to the hips. So he's going to make sure he hinges back appropriately, keeps a proud chest, shoulders back, and he swings the weight up with the power and the momentum from his hips, not using the arm or the shoulder. From there, he's going to do 10 reps on each side of that, then he's going to go into these double arm swings. Again, he's hinging back at the hips, power is through the heels, going to push through your heels on the way up, keep that proud chest, explode up so that the arms are raised by the momentum in your hips. Do that for 10 reps. So you can alternate these 2, 30 seconds rest in between them for about 5 rounds, and that's a great way to get cardio with weights.
Okay, so from an outsider perspective, the kettlebell looks a little bit intimidating, especially the snatch move. So could you break down the form a little bit, just to help the viewers and me understand exactly how to do this move?
For sure. Well, for one thing, you don't have to use a kettlebell if you don't want to. The kettlebell is great. It's got that offset mode, so it's going to activate a little bit more core, a little bit more grip. But you're certainly welcome to use a dumbbell as well. The same exact principles apply to swing it overhead. As far as the snatch goes, yeah, we really want to talk about it's a hip hinge. So think about bending at the hips and try to push your butt back to the wall behind you. That's going to keep your lower back safe. You want all the load to go into your hips and not so much in your lower back. So you want to keep this in a very flat position, its natural arch. You never want to round over like this when you're lifting weights off the floor between your hips. That's a recipe for lumbar disc injuries. So if that's too much for you, though, you can also try just doing some traditional old school dumbbell exercises. Just do a dumbbell weight circuit, and Carlisle's going to demonstrate that now. So he's going to do 4 different exercises. We're going to start with the overhead press. He's going to do 10 reps of overhead pressing. Now notice he's got his palms facing each other here. That's called a neutral grip, which is really easier on your shoulders than if you do a palms forward grip. So if you have any tightnesses or shoulder injuries, that's the way to do it. But you're also welcome to do palms facing forward, the traditional style. He's going to keep his ribs down, core is engaged, and he'll press over the head 10 times. And then from there, he's going to go into a front squat. So he's going to rest the weights on his front delts, drop into a squat, screw those feet into the floor, knees go out, torso is very vertical, core is tight. Keep the chest up, looking forward, 10 front squats. From there, hinge back at the hips, he's going to do some dumbbell rows. Now he's doing a neutral grip, he's pulling the weight to the side. You can also do palms down. Either variation, this works different parts of the back. They're both great. They're both going to hit those postural muscles, the ones that get really tight and achy from sitting in front of a computer all day long. You're going to help reverse that and give yourself a good strong posture again. And then from there, he's going to go into a Romanian deadlift, RDLs. Again, it's a hip hinge, just like the snatch was, and the swing. Push your hips back to the wall behind you, and he's going to keep that lower back flat. Try to keep your eyes down, look at the floor, and your head and neck aligned. So you're going to do those 10 reps on each. One exercise flows into the next, so the end position of the previous exercise is going to be the beginning position of the next one. And then you're going to rest about 60 to 90 seconds. Repeat that for 4 rounds. You've got a great hip workout there.
Awesome. I've never seen a hip workout with weights before, so that's really awesome. I'm going to definitely incorporate that into my training. So the idea is that you don't rest in between exercises, right?
Yeah, you want to flow from one thing to the next and then rest and the whole circuit is complete.
Awesome. And another thing that looks cool about this is it's not only time efficient, but it's space efficient. It's a compact area, right?
Yeah, that's a great point, Karina. You know, a lot of times you go to the gym during peak hours and the treadmills are taken, the machines you want to get, you can't get them, there's people on them. This is great. Anybody can grab a light pair of dumbbells. You don't need a lot of weight for this workout. It's about getting your conditioning up, not so much heavy weights to build strength and muscle. So you can do that with the dumbbells or with a light bar. You can take an empty barbell, get the same effect, or throw a 5-pound plate on each side. Again, it's not about the weight, it's about the intensity, and you get the intensity from not resting so much and just working hard.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sean. So now I'm going to show you guys another one of my HIIT workouts, and that's plyometric training. So we did sprints, we did some body weights, or we did some regular weights, and now we're going to show you body weight training with plyometrics. So with plyometrics, it's jump training, and what I like to do is I like to pick 3 to 5 exercises and then stitch them together in a circuit, and then repeat that circuit about 3 to 5 times. So it depends on your fitness level, but you work it around what you feel like doing, but make sure that intensity is there. That's the key with HIIT training. It's a very short amount of time, but you're exerting 110% effort. So I've got Angela with me. You want to make sure that you have a friend during HIIT training, because this is intense stuff and you need a cheerleader and support system to get this done. So let's start off with a traditional jump squat. So you want to make sure that those feet are about shoulder width apart, shoulders down and back, and then your toes are pointed slightly outward. Good squat form is always important. Make sure you have the form down first before you start jumping. So we're going to do 10 of these. Ready? Sit back in a chair, and then we're really exploding up through our toes, touching that sky 10 times through. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Good job. Already you can see, out of breath, that heart rate is coming up. Woo! I'm going to catch my breath, 20 to 30 seconds, and we're going to go straight into the next move, which is going to be the jump lunge. So with the modification, if you can't do that jump squat, another modification you can do is just little toe hops, really exploding through those toes. The idea is get that heart rate up, so it's going to have the same exact benefits. Onto the jump lunge. So again, proper form is key, making sure that knee doesn't go over the toe, and then we're going to jump, switch legs, opposite arm, opposite leg, or you can have your hands on your hips. Okay, let's do 20. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're coming at you live. 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Woo! I want my mama right about now. It feels good to move, people. Really, truly. Already, those endorphins are kicking in. I always like to say, if you have like an interview or you're going to meet someone new for the first time, do some plyometrics or HIIT training. Really gets your body moving and those endorphins flowing. Okay, last move. We're gonna do the burpee. Burpee. Everybody, we love to love-hate relationship with burpees, but we do them because they're so effective. Full body move. A couple modifications with that. You don't have to do the push-up. You can do it wider, or you can do a sumo squat burpee. We're going to show you 2 different variations. And we're going to do this live for you. 10 burpees. Ready? Here we go. 1. 3. Oh my goodness, we got this. 4. Here we go. Come on, Crane, think about all those donuts that you ate last night. Donuts, ribs. This one's for the mac and cheese. 2 more. Last one. Good job. So I would repeat that 5 times through, and that would be an amazing, effective, high-intensity interval workout. You can see I'm already out of breath. That's how you know it's working. So we showed you a sprint workout, a weight workout, a plyometric workout. I like to say, bear with me with this analogy, that our body's like a snow globe. So at rest, all the snow and the sparkles and stuff's at the bottom, and when you shake it up, all the sparkles flow, all those cells get energy, all those endorphins get released. You gotta shake the sparkle, people. Thank you so much for joining us, our second Facebook Live event. Give it a thumbs up, share this video, and make sure you hashtag MyGoalsFocus so we can see your videos. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Take a break, Corinne.